the show. Welcome, everybody. All right. We have a great show for you today, and it's something that has never been done on Jeopardy before. The contestants are not playing for money. We have two young ladies here competing for a residency at Johns Hopkins Research Institute, and they're competing to work with Dr. Snyder in his research lab focused on Huntington's disease. These two ladies are extremely smart, and they're going to get right into it. So, what is Huntington's disease? Huntington's disease is an autosomal dominant disease that occurs mainly in humans in their 30s and 40s. The disease causes a severe degeneration of the corpus striatum, and this leads to very impaired motor and intellectual functioning. Until recently, researchers didn't know what caused Huntington's disease. They knew there was a mutated Huntington protein, but they didn't know what that did to the corpus striatum that causes degeneration. Well, researchers at Johns Hopkins University, led by Dr. John Snyder, found that this protein is responsible for turning off the CSE enzyme and therefore inhibits cytosine production. The scientists found that mice that have been infected with Huntington's disease, when they were fed a diet rich in cytosine, that the progression of this disease began to slow. So let's go to our contestants now and see how much they know about the subject, and if they are ready enough to work in the lab with Dr. Snyder and his team and do some more groundbreaking research on Huntington's disease. Let's get to the contestants. And our topics for tonight: clinical features, genetics, experiment, and future implications. Let's get started. Let's meet our first contestant of the night, Kelly Capshaw. Kelly, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm a winner.
You're a winner. We heard that you also breed and show rabbits competitively. Is that true?
Absolutely. I came from the bottom and now I'm living at the top.
And our second contestant of the night is Miss Ecclesia Moraine. And Ecclesia, tell us what you like to do in your spare time when you're not researching.
Well, I specialize in pickling vegetables.
Wow, that's an interesting hobby. And how long have you been doing that, Ecclesia?
About 20 years.
Wow, you look so young for someone who's
I know.
been pickling vegetables for 20 years.
It's a favorite pastime of mine.
All right, well, let's get started with the show, shall we?
Genetics for 200.
The difference in coding for the amino acid glutamine in humans by Huntington's disease versus those unaffected by Huntington's disease.
Those affected with Huntington's disease have 36 to 100 CAG repeats, while normal people only have 10 to 20 repeats.
Yeah, what topic would you like?
Experiment for 200.
CSE transcription in Huntington's disease is impaired at this level of regulation. And Ecclesia?
Is the answer transcription?
Is that your final answer?
Oh, it's 3 million?
Yes.
Correct.
Genetics for 100.
A larger number in repeats of CAG signifies this.
An earlier onset in Huntington's disease.
And we're back to Ecclesia.
Could I have experiment for 300?
Yes, you can. What is the question? After analyzing mice and human brain tissue, researchers found that those with the disease had this. And your answer?
Mutant Huntington proteins.
That is correct. And we're back to Ecclesia. What do you want, Ecclesia?
Could I have future implications for 300?
The reason this particular discovery is significant.
In the least, this research could find better treatment for Huntington's disease. In the grander scheme of things, though, it could potentially cure Huntington's disease.
Genetics for 300. Done.
The difference in behavior of the Huntington's protein that those affected with Huntington's disease have versus the Huntington's protein that unaffected humans have. And your answer, Kelly?
The mutant Huntington protein binds to the transcription factor and therefore inhibits the CSE, which is normally used to produce cysteine.
And Kelly, for your final selection.
Can I have experiment for 100?
The mouse shown below on the right is demonstrating this behavior that is shown in mice with Huntington's disease and or mice lacking CSE.
Limb clasping phenotype.
And our final score for today's Jeopardy! Kelly with 1,000 points. And Ecclesia, your new winner, with 1,400 points. That means Ecclesia is going to get a residency at Johns Hopkins Research Institute. Woo!